Assalamu alaikum and a very welcome to everybody. Now I'm going to give you the last lecture on the third unit, that is the topic, elasticity of supply, and the kinds or types of elasticity was completed on the previous turn. And yesterday I've taken your session on Google Classroom. Uh, and today I'm going to continue my next lecture from the third unit, and that is the determinants or the factors which affects the price elasticity of supply. Okay, so here is the screen before you, which I'm going to share with all of you. And here it is. Determinants or factors which affects the elasticity of supply. So main factors which determine the degree of price elasticity of supply are here. Number one is time period. Now we'll see that how the time period will affect the elasticity of supply. As you know, that elasticity means the percentage with which our quantity of supply change with the change in the price of the commodity. As I have told you, that law of supply says that there is a positive and a direct relationship between the price of the commodity and quantity supplied. Elasticity tells us that how much or at what percent our supply change. Here I have explained you on my previous turn about the various types of elasticity of supply. Sometimes the quantity supply change, sometimes do not change. इसको हम elastic या inelastic कहते हैं, less elastic or more elastic भी बोलते हैं. 5 types of elasticity I have explained you, and today now I am going to explain you that what factors which affects the this elasticity of supply, कि किस factors की वजह से हमारी सप्लाई में जो इलास्टिसिटी यानी कि जो चेंजेस होते हैं वो अफेक्ट करते हैं. द वेरी फर्स्ट फैक्टर इज टाइम पीरियड. The time period is the most significant factor which affects the elasticity of supply. If the price of a commodity rises due to any of the reason, other factors are also there, and producer have enough time to make adjustment in the level of output. Level of output means production in the productive unit, the units or the output which are going to be going to produce, or the producer is going to produce, they have enough time to adjust. Okay, the time period के according if you can adjust तो आपकी elasticity जो सप्लाई होगी दैट विल रिमेन इलास्टिक. वो आप आसानी से आपकी इनइलास्टिक रहेगी बिकॉज यू हैव एनफ टाइम. लॉन्ग पीरियड में आपकी जो सप्लाई होगी वो इलास्टिक होगी, यानी कि आप उसको आराम से चेंज कर सकते हैं. शॉर्ट में इलास्टिक होती है, लेकिन अगर टाइम पीरियड लॉन्ग है, अगर आपके पास एनफ टाइम है तो आप आराम से एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं. व्हाट दे आर ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू हियर दैट इफ प्राइस ऑफ द कमोडिटी सपोज rising due to any of the reason, and producer have enough time to make the adjustment so in the level of output, so elasticity of supply will be more elastic. Or if the time period is short, then the condition will be just reverse, and the supply cannot be expanded after a price increase. The supply is relatively inelastic. So अगर short time हो तो at in the short time producer don't have enough time to adjust their quantity supply, so it will remain inelastic. But if they have enough time, so accordingly they will increase their production level or production unit or output. Okay, so time period also affects the elasticity of supply. Second one is ability to store output. The goods which can be safely stored have relatively elastic supply. We have enough goods to store, or we are able to store. We have the warehouse. That's very good. So commodity will be supply of the commodity will be elastic. So the goods which can be safely stored have relative elastic supply over the goods which are perishable and do not have the storage facilities. So its ability to store output is also depend upon the one of the factors which affects the elasticity of supply. Second one is factor mobility. If the factors of production can be easily moved from one use to another, it will affect. Yeah, sure. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, of course. I was talking about the factor mobility. That if the factors of production can be easily moved from one use, or yeah, from one place to another place. Yeah, from one use to another. It will also affect the elasticity of supply. The higher the mobility of factor, the greater is the elasticity of supply of the goods and the vice versa. So this is all about the factor mobility. Next one is changes in the marginal cost of production. If with the expansion of the output, the marginal cost increases automatically and the marginal return declines. अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट महंगा है तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो आप उस पर मार्जिन ले रहे हैं, जो या आप उस पर इनकम आपको हो रही है, जो एक्स्ट्रा पैसा आप ले रहे हैं, the margin which you are getting automatically on the expensive product, the your margin will decline. The price elasticity of supply will be less elastic to that up to that extent. You can say like this. Excess supply, when there is excess capacity and the producer can increase output easily to take advantage of the rising prices, the supply is more elastic. In case the production is already up to maximum from the existing resources, the rising prices will not affect supply in the short period. The supply will be more elastic. The availability of infrastructure facilities, if the infrastructure facilities are available for expanding output of a particular good in response to the rising prices, the elasticity of supply will be relatively more elastic. So I think here the factors has been completed. 6 factors I had given you which affects the Alhamdulillah, price elasticity of supply. So now up to third 3 unit has been completed, and from tomorrow I will start the 4th unit. The course almost inshallah will be completed on time, would be completed on time. There will be no problem at all. And as far as the other things are concerned, you can contact me. And all of you have given the assignments and sessionals. So tomorrow, today and after tomorrow, I will finalize all the sessionals and the examination marks and will send to you as soon as possible. Of course, before the last working day, I will try to complete this because my condition is not well. I have taken rest from the department. I'm not engaging any kind of entrance examination. I have just requested to men and send an letter of my doctor also that I won't be able to entrance duties in the examination. Only online classes I'm engaging. So I'm trying to complete my online work with all of you as soon as possible and within time. That's why I have completed all the notes and sent to all of you, and I'm trying to upload my lectures also and sessionals and exam I have taken to of all the students within time. And I will try to check your assignments and your sessionals and just display you to all of you the marks. So it's a request to all of you that please join me on Google Classroom. First of all, I will display the marks on directly on GC. That will be easy for me. So please, those who have not joined yet, they all are requested to join me on the Google Classroom as soon as possible. Jazakallah, thank you and have a great day.